Welcome back to CBB Talk, your boy Will Dickinson. We took a little break. Was it a week break? I can't remember. I think it was a week break. We took a break because there was it's been slow, Christmas, holidays, all that. But now we're back with some CBB Talk. College basketball is ramping up this year. We're getting into conference play. We had a lot of good games this week, especially on Wednesday, and then we got some good games going into the weekend. So let's just start there. And the main headline, UConn wins against Villanova. And it was the first time UConn really had a test. And I'm going to keep saying this. I believe that this UConn team is the best team in the country. This is the first time they didn't win by more than 10, and they still controlled this game for the majority. Again, Villanova gave them a little run in the beginning of that second half, but then UConn just pulled away. Sanogo wasn't even great, and that's what I like. Sanogo did not have a good game, but they can throw people like Klingon. They can throw Sanogo. They got great bigs. Jordan Hawkins, 22 points. Caravan, 15. And yeah, Sanogo only 7 points. And how many rebounds? One rebound for Sanogo. It didn't matter. Dixon and Caleb Daniels were great for Villanova, but UConn wins a game that they needed. They're a good test for them. I think this Villanova team, they're 7-6 right now. If the tournament was, they would not be in it. But this team is getting healthy. They're getting there. They were on a little win streak before this. Going in to the XL Center, going to UConn, that's not a game you're expecting to win, and they played very well. They had a chance to win. I think this Villanova team will get to a tournament level. It's just a matter of time where they start clicking, but they have a lot of big games. Again, they're going to play Xavier. They're going to play Creighton. They're going to play a Marquette. They're going to play all these teams that are tournament level teams, and they're going to start getting wins. But another big one was Missouri dominating Kentucky at home. Again, when Missouri lost to Kansas, I may have thrown out a little fraudulent accusations towards Missouri because they were undefeated going to that, and then they got blitzed by Kansas, which again, not surprising because Kansas might be the best team in the country. Who knows? But yeah, a big game. Kobe Brown came out there and dominated that second half. 30 points. Sorry. 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 from 8 from 3. Played with so much confidence out there. The crowd was chanting his name. Dude was amazing. And Shebe and Casey Wallace were really the only people that came out there for Kentucky and gave good minutes. Wheeler was all right. They tried to throw bodies at Kobe Brown. They had Lance Ware play a good amount of minutes. Sheboy with 19 boards. He was good. But again, he had 11 free throws. It was just a game for Kentucky where they just haven't looked good all year. And people are saying, is this Kentucky team a tournament team? I think they will. I think they are and will be, a tournament team, but I don't think they're near the top of the SEC. We'll talk about LSU beating Arkansas in a little bit, but Arkansas, LSU, this Missouri team, Auburn, Tennessee, there's Alabama. That's a stacked SEC, and Kentucky right now is in the middle of that pack. Missouri, gets a big statement win. They'll probably be ranked going into next week. Another SEC matchup is Alabama. They beat Mississippi State, another SEC team. Mississippi State, it's their only second loss of the year. They were undefeated for a while, and then they lost 2. This Alabama team, man, is really good. Brandon Miller, Marcus Sears, the freshmen, really are the leaders of that team. Maybe not in the locker room, but on the court. They're the best players, and they showed why. With big game from Sears with 20. This Alabama team likes to get out and run, and they get to score a lot of points. 44 in that second half. And then they pride themselves in getting steals, getting out of transition, and Brandon Miller can hit tough, difficult shots, which is so good to have in a young guy. An upset here was Arkansas losing to LSU. Again, LSU lost their coach this past year before the season, and pretty much every player on that team either left, transferred, or whatever. They didn't want to be a part of this LSU team. And I questioned if they were going to, be able to rebound and, become a tournament level team like they have these last couple seasons. And they have. They're 12-1, a big win at home against Arkansas. And yeah, I mean, they really limit Anthony Black, only 7 points for him. Debo Davis, leading scorer. Jordan Walsh had 13. Again, this Arkansas team is just not healthy. No Nick Smith. We don't know when he's gonna be back. No Brazil. He's gonna be out for the year. But Nick Smith, again, he could sit out for a while. We do not know the severity of his injury. But again, Hannibal 19 off the bench. Fountain with 14 and 10. This LSU team, doesn't have the marquee names like a couple teams in the past. But they rebuilt through the transfer portal, and right now they're a tournament level team, which is huge. Auburn got a big win against Florida. Florida right now just is not a good team. Turnover at the end of the game gave Auburn the win. Tennessee did survive also against Ole Miss on the road with a big second half comeback to win by 4. Vescovy with 22. Again, this SEC is just so stacked that there's a lot of what could be a real competitive race going into later January and February and early March for the SEC tournament, because we have so many good teams in there. Right now, I think the best team, I'm gonna say the best team is Alabama. I know people may say Tennessee. I just don't know if Tennessee can keep up with Alabama's offense, where I know their defense is really good. But do they have that guy? Can Vescovy be that guy? Can Ziegler be that guy? They need to get healthy with Josiah Jordan James back. But yeah, there's no question that Tennessee is a really good team, but can they be a top 5 level team, which I think Alabama can be, and they've shown. We have a game going on right now. It's Carolina playing Pittsburgh today right now, and Miami plays Notre Dame. Miami's really good. I've been saying this. I will stop saying it. So now, let's go on. Tomorrow, though, there's a lot of good games. So we start off on CBS, where I kind of feel bad for Louisville because they're being on national TV at Kentucky. Kentucky needs to get a bounce back win. They've struggled of recent. Louisville's not good. Kentucky should blow them out. If Kentucky's going to lose this game, I'll talk about it. I will be very, very confused. UConn plays Xavier. This is a huge game. Xavier has been such a hot team of recent. They're a ranked team. They got a big win on Wednesday, I believe, and UConn's coming to town, who's undefeated. They beat everyone by a lot, coming off a win against Villanova. This could be a statement win for UConn on the road. This would be a tough one, and if Xavier wins this game, I won't think too much less of UConn, but I'll think way more of Xavier under Sean Miller, who's turned this Xavier team already into a Big East contender and a tournament team, definitely. A game I'm looking forward to at the 2 o'clock today is a Pac-12 matchup. It's an in-state rivalry. It's Arizona at Arizona State. Arizona, again, has been really good this year. Such experience after losing 3 guys, but they've had step up. Tubelis has been great. Balo's been great. Kurt Kriisa, Larson, Courtney Ramey, 5th-year transfer. All these guys can get out there and score the ball. They're one of the best offenses in the country, if not the best. I'm not sure where they rank, but Arizona State, they've been really good throughout the year. Bobby Hurley coaching them. Can they lead a big upset at home? Statement win. Arizona has been ranked. Don't even have Marcus Bagley. It so far hasn't really affected them. And hosting Arizona is a big opportunity for Arizona. And then there's a lot of Big 12 matchups. You got Baylor at Iowa State. Baylor, has been a little quiet this year. Not a lot of big statement wins besides the Gonzaga one. We'll see where they go at Arizona State. Kansas hosts Oklahoma State. Should be a win at the Fog. Texas goes on the road at Oklahoma. Watch out. Still no Chris Beard. We don't know when he's going to be back. And West Virginia goes to Kansas State. Kansas State, I'm pretty sure, has one loss. Keontae Johnson, I think that's his name. What a story he's been having this year, playing very well for Kansas State. Let's go see. Those are just the ranked matchups for this week. I'm trying to go look for just like all games because trying to do this on the fly sometimes is not pretty at all. Virginia Tech goes at Wake Forest. Wake Forest already has a win against Duke. Virginia Tech, trying to bounce back after a loss to Boston College, which is it's not a good loss. Definitely not a good loss. New Mexico tried to stay undefeated against Wyoming, one of the final undefeated teams left, and see if they can stay. Purdue is still undefeated. They got a win, I believe, yesterday against Florida A&M by game. Michigan lost a bye game to Central Michigan. This Michigan team is just not a great team. Hunter Dickinson hasn't been himself, and then they haven't had guys step up. Jalen Llewellyn or Jet Howard. They just haven't been amazing to where they don't have a certified second option like they have in these past teams, and I'm sure Jawan's going to get him there. But right now they've really struggled, and losing to Central Michigan at home. It's a bye game. That is not pretty. San Diego State at UNLV. Two tournament hopefuls going on there on CBS at 4. Gonzaga starts their conference play as well. And Oregon State, Oregon, a little in-state rivalry there. But not the greatest weekend coming up. But, we're getting into conference play. We still got some very good games. Very excited to see what is in store for this first real conference play weekend of the college basketball season. Who doesn't love that? We'll see you probably on Monday. New Year's Eve also, we got some games. Sunday, you got Maryland, Michigan. See if Michigan can bounce back. And Maryland, they've been up and down this season. Still probably a tournament team, but they need to get a big win there on the road. And Penn State, Iowa. Iowa struggled of recent, lost to Nebraska. They lost to Nebraska. Penn State, the Big Ten is just such a stacked league. But really, this episode is highlighted by the SEC, Kentucky. If I had to rank the top of the SEC, I would probably go Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Auburn, LSU, Kentucky, Mississippi State. If I had to rank those teams, I don't think I forgot anyone. There's a chance I did. Because Florida, no. Georgia, no. South Carolina, no. Vanderbilt, no. Texas A&M, no. Ole Miss, no. Yeah, I think I got it all. Vanderbilt, no. Maybe one day Vanderbilt will be good at basketball. Probably not, if I'm gonna be honest. Probably not. They did have Aaron Neesmith, I believe. I think let's see. Did Aaron Neesmith go to the oh shoot. Let's see. Aaron Neesmith. Did he go to Vanderbilt? Yeah, he did. Vanderbilt. Okay. So they do have an NBA player, but they're just not a good sports team besides baseball. And I don't even know if they're still good at baseball. They used to be freaking insane. Like middle 2010s, bro. They were in the championship every year. Dansby Swanson was a Vanderbilt guy. Yeah, I'm sure they're still good, but football and basketball, they are just in the dump. So a good academic school, but they're in the dump right now for sports. They should probably just not be in the SEC. Like, just move conferences. Missouri, move conferences. Get in the Big 12. Missouri, you're not an SEC school. If that was one thing I would change, stop with this realignment. USC, UCLA, don't go to the Big 10. Stay in the Pac-12. I'm fine with I think Houston on the Big 12 is good. I like when small schools go up. I don't like when big schools are changing conferences. I don't like that. Hopefully, we're not going to see more of that. I don't want super conferences. I love the state it's in right now, and I hate for it to change, but it's inevitable. Change is inevitable. Kentucky struggles is hopefully not inevitable. Hopefully, they can turn it around. The SEC has been a really tough league this year. And this is probably the most competitive so far throughout the end of December, going into the new year. This is the last CBB Talk of 2022. A good start. We'll see you in 2023. Peace. The freak